welcome back to Espresso Yourself. This week, we are catching up on our summer break and how things are going, um, and just all the plans that we have in the making and just our crazy schedules. Um, I am sitting here at a hotel now because we were traveling for this kiddo's baseball this weekend. So our schedule's been a little hectic. He's sitting here waiting to go down to breakfast. So he's our guest right now for a little bit. Um, but yeah, so we've been busy with baseball, and then we're gonna go and check out baseball tournament is done, and we're gonna go check out some caves today down in southern Indiana. Maybe do some hiking, maybe do kayak or canoe. We'll see what these boys are up to. They were in the pool basically all day yesterday though, and tired. Very, very tired.
And our toes got scratched up.
Yeah, the hotel pool, the bottom of the floor, their toes were like blistered yesterday. So
Dad,
yeah, I was like, you need a break from the pool.
what are you even
So
doing in the
How often do you guys travel for like all of the baseball stuff?
this is the only one that we have had to travel for. They've all been local. His coach, with them being 9U, said at the very beginning, like, they're not going to travel much. Like, it'll be very, like, low key. We were supposed to last weekend. We were supposed to go to Ohio, which for most of the team, it was only going to be like a 45-minute hour drive. But from where we live, it would have been taken longer. So we would have stayed overnight that weekend. But that one got canceled. So this was our only one that we had to get like a hotel and travel for. And honestly, it was only like a 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive south. Some people don't even get a hotel, they drive back and forth. But we ended up booking 2 nights, which that was the tricky part because we played Friday at noon. So we played Friday at noon and then 4, and that was pool play that determined our time on Saturday. Well, then Saturday is like, that's when the championship basically starts. So we ended up playing 8 a.m. yesterday because we lost both of our games. And like, once you're out, you're out. So after our 8 a.m. game yesterday, we were out. So like most of the team ended up going home. We did have so one of the coaches, his son, as they were driving down Friday, his wife got a call that her mom ended up in the ER. So she went back, and then her mom has cancer and so wasn't doing well. And then that Friday night, uh, they they pulled in, I think they said hospice, and took her off life support. So she passed that Friday night. So the kids, basically one of the teammates' grandmas passed. So they they were going to leave straight after the game on Saturday. The dad did let him come back to the hotel and swim with the team, which I'm glad he did, because at first when he wasn't going to, the kid was like mad and upset. I'm like, at least give him this to look forward to, because the kids didn't know yet, and they were gonna, once they got home, they were gonna tell the kids when they got back with his wife. So I'm like, at least the kids got to come back and swim. And then the head coach, they're really close to that family, so they were leaving anyways. So it ended up being most of the families all left. One of the other players, well, two of the other teammates, their brothers were playing, but they were playing an hour north. So once our games were over, they ended up just going up there and staying with their older siblings' teams. So, but we were already going to be down here. So we're like, I mean, we're going to stay. Like, our kids can just enjoy the hotel. They, that this is what they're going to remember more, is this team bonding, the hotel experience over they lost the game. Like, that's all Oliver was like, well, are we going to, like, can you text so and so's mom? Can you text their mom? Like, are they? So there was one other family, well, two other families that stayed for a while. And then about at noon, The one family took off, and then I ended up, it was Oliver and two other teammates that swam up until like 4 o'clock. And then we're like, okay, we need a break from the pool. And so we ended up coming back, took like a small nap, and then we went and did, like, we found this little campground just for us to do something different. But it ended up just being one other teammate then that stayed the night last night. And they made friends with some other ball players and played wiffle ball. And but again, like, so that kind of like sucked that it was like an 8 a.m. game and then they're over. Like, I know some people were just out their money for the night in the hotel because they couldn't get their money back. But
Oh,
I
oh,
mean, where we're staying,
that
it
would
was,
frustrate me. I would stay just for the fact that I paid.
and that is why the other family stayed, I believe, because, and maybe some of them did get their money back. I don't know. But like for us, we were like, we're already going to be down here. I think if none of the other families stayed, we might have tried getting our money back and then just move on to our next destination. But I'm like, we're doing this for him. Like, this is his memories and his experience. So like, we don't have an agenda. Like, we're good. But, and the thing that sucked about yesterday's game is the team we played, and we had to like preface this with Oliver. Like, this is his team's first year playing together. They have won 3 like smaller tournaments like up north, but like this is a state tournament. You're playing
Mhm.
teams that are like, they're intense. Like, their coaches are harping and yelling at them. And is there something to be said about being hard on the kids? Yeah, but also they're 9, and this is what I love about our coaches. They build character. They're not trying to, do they want the kids to grow? Yeah, but that's going to come. The growth is going to come when you build a relationship, as we see in the classroom. So again, they're 9. So we just had to like keep talking to the kids about that. Like, these teams, and like, we're at state, we're at USSA, like, they are very competitive. And so I don't know how the bracket worked out for pool play, but we ended up playing like the top seeded teams right off the bat in pool play. Yesterday, the team we played, their pitcher was in a completely different uniform than the rest of the team. He was super fast, like super fast pitcher. Well, come to find out, he was a sub. He played for a 10U team. He plays up. Now, he can play 9U, but because he's so good, he plays for 10U. But they pulled him down for this tournament. So they pulled a kid down who's a 10U level to play for their team and pitch. He was pitching, and he was like, and he wasn't even in the right uniform. And so like after I think the second inning, our coaches like said something because the name on his jersey and the name on the roster didn't match. Apparently, from what the umps were like, well, we're not dealing with this. Like, you can call the director. And then it got to the point where like, well, you can, like, what is the word when you want to appeal? You can appeal it, but it was going to cost our team $100 to appeal. Like, no thanks, it's not worth it. But after we like made a stink about it basically and brought it up, they took him out. So then he didn't pitch the rest of the game. Because like once they take him out of pitching. So that shows us like, okay, they knew something wasn't right if after we brought it up, they took him out.
So Carson played like all of 3 weeks of a travel ball season. I like kind of like always put it in air quotes because he's not like on a travel ball team.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rec league, but like this tournament that we did yesterday and Friday night was for kids who played in the minor league division of Little League in a rec league, like, and so like this tournament goes to like the Little League World Series that
Yeah.
we're out. But like
Yeah.
before they could play, we had to provide a birth certificate where he went to
Yep.
school. I had to have my principal sign a form saying that he definitely went to school there. I had to sign an affidavit saying like this is absolutely true. Like we're not pulling anyone down from any other like division. We're like, so how did this get like? I was like, what is the big deal? But
Yeah.
like then this happens.
My thing is, okay, if you truly have no other players, because I don't think they had anybody benched while their players were out. So yeah, they probably did need a player. That's fine. You need a player and you're bringing somebody in. That's fine. But like we had a teammate who was removed from the team a couple of weeks ago, and we had to pull in a kid to play for us. But our coach was very upfront with us and saying, I want you to know, like, our players come first. So, like, as far as playing time, these kids are going to get their playing time before this, this kid that we're bringing in at the end of the season. And that was me like, okay, so you have a sub because you need a player. That doesn't become your star player though. It's supposed to be a sub, not your star. That's, I think, what ruffled like us moms more. And like, he's not even wearing the same jersey. Our sub at least had a jersey that matched all the kids. His name didn't match the name on the roster. And then apparently they found out later, like this kid went by 4 different names or was registered with 4 different names this year. So I'm curious because like they could have had to forfeit and we could have then moved on, which it would have ended up being ugly anyways, because again, these teams are so competitive. And we knew coming down here it was going to be that way. We're like, all right, like we just didn't want to get creamed and the kids be defeated, and they didn't. Like, so it was fine. But gosh, it was interesting. And we told the kids, we're like, you know what? I would rather lose than win by cheating and being unfair. So it's all about building character at this point. And that's
I have to say, like, one of the things that I didn't realize as like being a mom, I just never thought about it ever, was there's still cliques. Like I know there's cliques
yes.
at like school, and I know there's cliques everywhere. You're gonna have cliques everywhere, but like it's people of common interests that get together, and so you talk. Okay, I get that, but like I don't go to all like Carson had this is a 3-week season is what he had, but he had practice every single day, 5 days a week, Tuesday through Saturday. And Clinton went with him because Tyler is like not going to stand for 3 hours of practice every night, and it's like no, it's not worth it. So I wasn't at most of the practices except for when like another wife was there that like I got along with, and Clinton gets along with the husband. But then we get to the tournament on Friday night, and they have all sorts of like decorations and all of these things, which is fine, but I wasn't aware of any of it. So like I would have created stuff, I would have like helped, and then it was like I felt like such an outsider, and I'm like, Excuse me, ma'am, I'm going to be 40 in 1 week. Like, why is this? Why? Why is this happening? What? It's Little League. Like, it's little.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. We are also like you guys, Allyson, we are not ultra competitive. They're working on their fundamentals and like doing well and learning how to play together. But like, do I have to ask what should I do when I am also the same, like on the same level of this team? And I like asked another, like the other wife, because she's like the same way as me, and like like do, why? Why
Yeah.
is this mess happening? Who cares? If you're gonna do something, then text it out to everyone. And I'm like, I have FOMO so bad, like so bad. I do. And so like we ordered like one person makes shirts like as her business. So she got shirts and they were $25 a piece. I said, I am not ordering 2 shirts. It doesn't make sense to pay $50 for 2 shirts for 1 weekend so I could match. So I got one. But like I didn't match the other women on Friday night, and then Saturday they all had different shirts, and I'm like, where was the memo here? Where was like, oh, hey, Becky, just want to let you know, like, get one, that's cool, but like, we're doing 2. So then like it didn't affect the game, but like I was like, but it just doesn't make sense. Just say this is what we're doing. If you want to do it, do it. Just was like, I'm
Yeah.
happy
in
But also,
situations
do you
like
really
that,
want, yeah, like, do you really want to be in that clique though?
no, I don't.
Yeah.
I
And
said,
that's the hard thing.
And I got
Well,
like, yeah, go ahead.
that and then it's usually just one person. It's
Yeah,
usually just one person who's the ringleader of it all and is organizing all of it, and the other women are just like, "Okay," like, I hate to say it, they're yes men. Like,
right,
"Okay, cool,
Yeah.
whatever."
Yep.
And
right.
because you're explaining the situation, and we've had something so similar happen in our run club a couple years
Hmm.
back, and purposely excluding people. I mean, I was one of the people who was purposely excluded, and so it's just like, you are in your 40s. Like, what are we doing?
Right.
You were excluding, I was 32 at the time. I was like, you're excluding a 32-year
Yeah.
old. And like, what do you get from that? Like, does but then you know what I've come to find out after like 2 years of watching just people just do this over and over and over again is just like, it's not, it's so much deeper than just like a stupid shirt or,
Hmm.
like matching or whatever. They're just trying to project and like their insecurities, and it's
They're
stupid, like the clicks you say.
overcompensating for something.
Yes.
The
And
one
it's
thing, like,
just so
yeah,
silly.
the one thing that was talked to us about, like, before we had kids, because it's something that you really have to think about, is like, you can focus on your kids all you want, which is what these moms are doing, like,
Mhm.
100% on their kids. But what happens when your kids grow up? And what happens when they
Yes.
move out? And what happens when they have their own families? Then what do you do? Then what do you have left?
Then
So
you
I
become that overbearing mom that the wife doesn't like.
So the one thing that I've like heard a lot, and I hope when we do have kids, like I don't make my kids whatever sport or activity they're in, I don't make it my identity. Like I
Mhm,
still
Yeah.
have my own thing, but I
mhm.
don't make whatever they do my identity. Like I still, I'll be an all-in parent, like, let's celebrate or do whatever they choose to do. I don't know what sport they're going to choose, you know, but whatever cuz so down and it sounds like same thing for y'all, but like down here in Texas, I don't know how to describe the competitiveness in sports. Like, I hear y'all talk about it, but when I tell you, it is tenfold worse.
I've
And
seen it on
so
TV.
it's insane. And my husband and I have had conversations, and he's like, I don't know if I want our kids to like get into that because there's so much time and so much money, and he's like, I don't, not that I don't want them to like achieve their goals, whatever it may
Hmm.
be. He goes, but it's the culture and the climate of those environments that are just so, and I've watched it for years. I grew up in it. I've watched it. I'm like, I don't know if I want my kid in that. I don't want to leave him out, but y'all say it's about like building character and, helping them grow as a person, but I'm not going to sacrifice that at the expense of like,
Yeah.
our happiness or,
Well, and if it ever got to a point where Oliver was like on a team that he had coaches that were not that way, I would be like, yeah, buddy, we're not doing this. This isn't, I don't think Oliver would like it. Like, because that's not how we've raised him. Like,
Mhm.
I think because of how we raised him, he would not enjoy it, and then he wouldn't want to do it anyways.
I
'Cause
also think that I have an issue of, like, it's maybe because I was never ultra competitive in any
yeah.
sport that I did, but, like, there was even one of the coach's kids yesterday and one other kid, they were never out in the field in any of the game. And my husband's like, "Well, that's just how it goes." Like, I get it. Like,
There was
I
a
get it,
yeah.
but we walked into this tournament knowing we were going to lose both games. We didn't get clobbered like people had said we were going to, but, like, 2 games. And
let
one
the
of the
kids
pair
play
e
and
Exactly.
just have fun.
There was a team the other day that they had, I think, 2 kids, and they only batted maybe 9 of their kids, so not every kid even got to bat. I'm like, "You're spending money to come down on a tournament like this? Like, it's just not right." Like, I
Mhm.
mean, I'm competitive. I'm more of, like, competitive within myself, like, I always wanna do best, like, but I'm not competitive to the point where it's like, I'm nasty about it to other people, like, do I wanna win? Yes. Do I take pride in winning? Do I enjoy winning? Yeah, but that's because I wanna do my best and put forth, but I'm not gonna sit there and that's, I think, what I hate about seeing some of these teams, and it's not even the kids, it's the adults. But it just sucks as we know because when it's the adults, guess who's watching? the
Yeah.
kids, and who's
Kids.
going to follow in their footsteps.
Mhm.
And it's like, or the kids are going to end up hating it. And
Mhm. Yeah.
I just watched a video before we got on the podcast. I was showing Oliver, and it was this coach talking about this young player that he's coached since he was like 11. And he is this phenomenal player, um, but had a bad game, or like, you're not always going to do well. You're not always going to have and these like scouts were there watching, and he had a bad game, but he ended up with an offer. And I guess the scout said something to him. He's like, we knew you were great. We wanted to see how you were going to handle yourself, you were going to be a teammate, how you struck out, but you had your head held up. You weren't like, like, we wanted to see what kind of a character you had more than just your skill. Like, we know you have the skill, but do you have, are you a good teammate? Are you a
Mhm.
good player? Do you still like show up? And that's what these kids need. In and off
Katie,
the field. In and off the
yeah,
field.
right. Katie, down in like where you are in Texas, do people like move around or go to certain high schools because they're better at like football or basketball, like
Yes.
just to be able to be on
Yes,
a
to
good
be able
team?
to be on a good team or get playing time so that they're
Mm,
noticed by colleges.
mm-hmm.
Because I know if you've watched anything lately with the NIL and with college sports, I mean, it is just crazy what these people are, being offered. And funny enough, I
Mm-hmm.
actually talked with my old principal. We were at a graduation party a few weeks back, and her son is going to be a senior, and he's a really good basketball player, like really, really good. And she's like, he's getting time playing at the high school that he goes to. But she was like, it's really interesting to watch like scouting and NIL. She goes, because all the NIL, what they're doing is they're going back to these players that still have 1 to 2 years left that are older. They're not even looking at the 17 or 18-year-olds. They're kind of just like, whatever. And a lot of them are looking at the older kids, like that are already in college somewhere else, and shifting them around and moving them to where, chess pieces, like where they're going to be best, not best, but where the team's going to win. And she's like, I hate that because it's almost preventing my son. She's like, we can't even look at a D1 school. We have to look at D2 or D3 to even get him in the door. And then from there, know that he may transfer somewhere else. And I was like, that's just crazy. She's like, but that's the world we're in right now with NIL. So yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many kids that I've had at junior high level that, they started with me and I did have them in 8th grade. And so, okay, you're going off to, our feeder high school. And they're like, oh no, I'm going here because I know I'm going to get playing time here. Or funny thing is, we've had kids who showed up at our junior high because our junior high had a really good football team. Um, and they wouldn't live where our junior high was zoned, like the neighborhood our junior high was zoned to. And I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm only here." And I hated that, so I'd always be like, give the office a heads up, "Hey, by the way, we got another one. We got another one." But it's not out of the ordinary, and the thing is, UIL in Texas can come down on that really hard. And if they see you've moved too many times, they'll ding you and you won't be able to like play. And so it's just really interesting. Like, I wish I could like explain to y'all how competitive it is down here because it can get like really, really bad. Do y'all remember it was a Lifetime movie where, and it's not even just like football, basketball, baseball. There was a movie, cheerleading's even crazy competitive down here.
Hmm.
Do y'all remember the movie on Lifetime about the cheerleader that the mom tried to like kill the other cheerleader? Oh yeah, this happened like back in the early 2000s. Mhm. Where the mom did not like that her daughter wasn't getting like noticed on the cheer team, and so she like I can't remember if she like murdered the friend, but like tried to. I know it sounds very Lifetime movie, but it was based on a true story out of Texas. So, and we have stories like this more often than not. It's crazy. But that's just like the competitive nature down here. It is so bad.
What was that Netflix documentary on cheerleading? It was in Texas, and they were this, like,
Oh,
do you know what I'm talking about?
Navarro. Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the funny
That was
thing.
like a community college, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And so my sister was in competitive cheer for years, and she ended up going to Texas A&M, and they had a competitive cheer team there. And so she got on their competitive cheer team, and the years she was in it, they ended up winning at like the big national cheer competition. So they ended up winning in their division. Um, and cheer's competitive nationwide, but for some reason in Texas, it is like dog eat dog world. Like I have a friend who there's the Woodlands is about an hour away from us because we're like South Houston and the Woodlands is North Houston. Just to like show you how big Houston is. It takes an hour to get up there. And she would take her daughter up there for competitive cheer because the gym was better and fit their better needs and knew that they were a winning cheer team. And so she took her daughter all the way up there for like the last 4 or 5 years, I think, for cheer, and she's now graduated and she's going to go cheer in college. But yeah, that's parents do that. Like they move schools, they will like drive their kid an hour and a half for, getting them to the best gym. That's just the culture down here. It's super competitive.
That's just insane to me. I've never I'll never know what it's like to have a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
I just am never gonna know that level of competition.
No. And even then, like, so I did marching band in high school, and where I went to high school, they've won state before, but we were in a lull of like not winning state. I mean, we were still competitive, but now seeing what marching bands will do in addition, like it's not just little sports, it's everything.
Yeah.
Like, they say everything's bigger in Texas. It truly, like, everything is bigger in Texas. So, like, our friends from Vegas, they moved down here, and I kept trying to tell them, like, so our little league down here for baseball, you I hate to say you almost have to pay your way to get on a good team and know somebody. And then once you
Yeah,
get in it,
it's
the clicks, oh my
ugh.
God, don't even get me started on the clicks. Becky, you think your click's bad? Oh no. These women are like ruthless. I want
Yeah.
nothing to do with them. I want
You
nothing to do with that little league at all.
I would
It's
not
so
even
bad.
walk over there.
no.
No.
You just
Mm-mm.
say you think your click's bad, and you know what came to my mind is like I always have lyrics playing in my mind that your chick good, your chick bad, your chick do like that could be switched up. Your click
Mhm.
good, your click bad, your click whatever. That is accurate.
But yeah, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
crazy. Okay, I know this is totally off topic, but I have to ask, Becky, did you feel the earthquake earlier
Okay,
this week?
so I actually talked about it with one of my friends. The answer is no, I did not. But one of my friends did. She said that she was sitting on the couch. So for those who don't know, although like I know it was in the media, there was an earthquake in Cuba,
Cuba. Hmm.
and it was felt all over Florida. Um, but like I didn't feel it. When I read about that, I was like, what? Like I kind of I kind of wish that like I had like felt something and like kind of knew about it. But one of my friends, and there was like no damage anywhere, but like one of my friends was like, "Oh yeah, my daughter and I were sitting on the couch and we both felt it." But her mother, who lives next door, was like, "What are you talking about?" So like, I don't quite understand that. But no, I didn't. But yeah, it was all over the media.
So my office mate, her daughter lives in Florida, and her husband, or so her son-in-law works for Disney. And they said they felt it at Disney, like the offices, like the business offices.
Mhm.
And they walked outside, and then her daughter said she felt it in her house too. So I thought of you, and I was like, I wonder if Becky felt it too. But it was just super crazy. I was like, what?
No. And I think did it happen on Sunday or Monday or
I think it happened
something like
Monday
that?
because I was in
Mhm,
the office that day. I remember.
mhm. Yeah, I remember reading about it like, "Huh, no, nothing, nothing. No, we're all good here." And I'm hoping, knock on wood, that, our hurricane season is gonna be okay because of the El Niño, is what I'm
Yes.
told, yeah.
So we are currently, for the next 3 days, we're supposed to be
Mhm.
getting bands or remnants of a tropical storm hurricane that came from the Pacific,
Mhm.
came through Mexico, and was supposed to be coming through the Gulf. But like it wasn't going to be organized. It was just going to be a lot of storms. And so it's supposed to like come up and swing and hit parts of lower Texas. So like where
Okay.
we're at.
Mhm.
And so we're on like weather watch for the next 3 to 4 days. We're
Interesting.
supposed to get a ton of rain. I last June was not this rainy. We have gotten
Mhm.
so much rain this June. It is, I mean, it's currently raining right now. Like, I think we're starting to get bands of it.
Mhm.
But, oh, and then here's a fun thing. So mosquitoes, they're atrocious right now.
Oh,
They're
And they
awful.
found, get this, they found West Nile virus 5 miles away from my house in mosquitoes. So we are like lathering ourselves in mosquito spray. Yeah,
huh?
it's so much
I
fun.
would be like, "Don't let me outside." Even if I see a mosquito, like, from like or the mosquito's just gonna see me. That's all it is. I
That's all it
refuse to.
takes. They look at you and you got to
Oh,
bite.
Like,
oh, yes. Yeah,
That's
I
how haze
can't.
is. I had to bite down like last night. We were outside and the kids wanted to play, and I'm like, I hate spraying the kids with bug spray. Like I just the thought of like I'm like I need to
Mhm.
find some other and more natural. But the one dad went and grabbed bug spray, and I'm like, I got to do it because the bugs were so bad, and they just
so
like
if y'all have a Costco membership, I wish I had it in here with me. They have this like it's supposed to be more all natural mosquito spray. It's in a green box and it's not the off or whatever. And they use a lemongrass, eucalyptus, and something else, and it smells pleasant and
hmm
it works. Like it works so good. But Costco's the only place that carries it. I absolutely love it and swear by it.
I
I
will work
forget the
my
name of
way
it.
back to Costco and find it because I, like, refuse to go camping. I refuse to be out by any fire pit. I refuse to, like no, mm-mm,
yeah.
no. I will deal with the
Um
heat, but I won't deal with the mosquitoes.
yeah. I
Yeah,
know we
I
don't have a
cannot
whole lot of
stand
time
mosquitoes.
left, but I have to ask Becky, did you watch any off
Okay,
campus?
I watched 2 episodes. Okay.
Hey, two's better than none.
I'm
I'll
getting
take two.
I'm getting there. The issue is I fall asleep.
I know.
I fall asleep and I can't, like oh, Tyler just informed me that it's time to go to church. So, I will I will try again, and, I okay, I'm gonna be traveling, starting Wednesday up to Chicago because I'm in a wedding next weekend, and, so Wednesday night, I should have time to watch it because I'm only gonna have 1 kid, and I'll be at my mom's house, and just there's more than 1 TV.
Yeah.
So,
Nothing like talking off campus and then getting ready for church, though.
yeah, this is
Yes, because
perfect.
those
This is
go
perfect.
hand in
I love
hand.
it. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, but I did get far enough into it where, like, I did see a lot, and I was like, like, constantly, like, "What time is it? What time are, like, they gonna get home from practice?" Like,
Yeah.
this yeah. So, yeah, yeah. I
I tell you, it does get better because the first two episodes were kind of like for me. So you just
well,
got to
I'm
push
still
through.
waiting for her to, like, finish this song and, like, figure out, like, how to get this other guy, but, like, I just like, it's, like, predictable, but I
It is
still
very predictable. Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
yeah, the guy that is pretending to be in the relationship, like, come on.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he likes her and
Mhm.
she doesn't see it, and
Mhm.
then she's probably gonna see it, but a lot of stuff's gonna happen in between. I
Yeah.
did get to the part where they went to the party and she's dressed like the bunny.
The bunny.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So we're working our way through it. We're trying. It's really hard because I get up
I know.
early every day. And then by the time I can sit down and watch it, I just have a hard time at night. I
Yeah.
can't. I can't do it. It's an issue. And I can't watch it during the day. So,
No, not with not
yeah.
with the boys.
Yeah.
No. You can't watch during the day. Oh, nope. Here.
Yep. Yep.
Yep.
I think I heard church time. We were
Yep.
just
We
talking
gotta go
about
to
church.
church.
Got to go to church.
he,
Look at her.
he does not feel that way about church. He loves it. He's
Tyler's
just
like, let's go
acting.
to church.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He goes, is it church day? Mm-hmm.
No,
Yep.
it's a lie. I'm not.
I was talking about Tyler, not you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
My gosh.
All right. Well,
Okay, so until next week, I still have my
Yeah.
assignment. I will still be watching more of that, and we'll come back and see. But next week, I'll be recording on location.
I love how we start with one kid and end with another.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right. So we'll see you all next week.
Thanks for sipping and sharing a moment with us today. We can't wait to keep showing up with you each week. Messy, caffeinated, and real.
And if you like what you heard, we'd be so grateful if you'd follow, subscribe, or share this with your teacher bestie, mom group chat, or training partner, or all three. It helps more people find our little corner of chaos and connection.
Make sure to hit follow so you don't miss next week's episode. And don't forget to connect with us on Instagram at Espresso Yourself Podcast. Tell us what resonated, share your own stories, what topics you want us to cover, or just come say hi.
Until next time, keep showing up.
Keep giving yourself grace.
And espresso yourself.
One
One sip at a
At a
time.
time.